Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
alright. Let me repeat it once again. I'll take questions on it. So this is my entry up point. This is my entry down point. I want some candle closing above my level with very small wick on upside. Downside it can be, but candle be bigger than the wicks, right? So that you have to calculate. How will you calculate? Something like how you can sales is saying something.
So nothing. So straddle. We can discuss it later
Right,
after
right.
your.
So as I said, correct factors. As I said in the beginning, there can be n number of strategies which you can do in this method, right? You can make very
Okay.
good big money using strategies, right? You need to study about strategies, right? In this.
Got
But
it, sir.
if
Got
you
it.
are an equity player or a futures player, that's what I am discussing as of now. For options, what I do is I do spreads, right? Let me be very open. I am not that much good in creating strategy. I do, but I am a momentum player. I am a directional player, right? So that's why I don't
Yes,
do.
sir.
Sabka na, everyone has its own edge. What I found my edge is sitting with a direction, right? People have a calm mind,
Absolutely.
or they can sit easily. They do create strategy, right? And you should. I am not stopping anyone. It is a very good approach to sit in stocks with strategy, right? What I was saying is how to find whether the candle is strong or not. Now see this. What is the body of this and what is the size of this candle? See this candle. The size of this candle is 20 points, right? This whole candle, a 915 candle, I just took for your reference. By default, one can say that it is a weak candle. It is an indecisive candle. But for those who don't know how to calculate, I will calculate something like this. So this is a 20 rupees candle. Upside there are 6 rupees wick. Downside there is 10 rupees wick. So 16 rupees की wick as candle में only 4 rupees की body. So this is a stupid candle for me, basically. Right? I will not enter if such candle forms on my level. As simple as that. Second thing, let's take one more example. Let's see this candle. If this candle forms at my bottom level, I will clearly reject it because look at the wick at bottom. It shows that there are wires sitting on below my down level, so I am not going to enter until this low is taken out now. I have to wait to take this low out and then I will initiate my very simple. And in case of measuring the body, you can measure it. This is 23 rupees candle, hardly 1 rupee wick upside, hardly 10 rupees wick downside, a total 10 rupees wick. The body is a 13 rupees. So this is a strong candle in terms of body size of the candle. But my criteria says, first, if I'm plotting it on downside, I don't want to see such big wicks at the bottom. I want to see big wicks maybe on top, not at bottom in such case. Is this clear to everyone? This is not very tough, but I wanted to
Yes, sir.
explain the entry point to everyone. Guys, anyone, any question?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please explain the stop loss scenario?
Stop loss scenario, as in we have a stop loss in
Uh,
place.
Yes, sir. At that point, you mark the black line. So I
Yes,
want to learn.
we have calculated this, right? 1447.75. If you are doing it with equity, so you have to sit for the stop loss because you never know how and when market, let's say it gave a breakout with a decent candle, you entered there or came a retest in intraday, you entered here as well, right? Let's say any candle like this, right? Something like this close, which is a good candle. So I'm entering here. My stop loss is this. You can even, let's say, immediately retested it. You did not enter here, you can re enter. Now, if you are in equity, boss, you have to wait for your stop loss. If you are doing some method or system, you need to respect these stop loss. In equity, you have. In FNO, you need to define that I cannot bear a loss of more than 5,000, 10,000. So see, my funda is clear both in equity and both in FNOs. In equity trades, I do not risk more than 10,000 in any trade. And I do it with MTF. I do not put my whole cash in it. MTF, we discussed that. Right? So if it is a 70 rupees stop loss, then just divided with the quantity, how much quantity you should be taking, right? So I think 70 into 10,000 if I want to use in it. So my quantity would come out to be, I think around 130 quantities, right? I don't want to lose more than 10,000. Everyone's risk appetite is different. Let's say you don't want to lose 2,000 in. You should buy quantity accordingly. But six, I think we started recording. We started. So you have to manage your quantities. You cannot do कि बॉस अगस्त में ट्रेड मिल गया है सारा पैसा इसमें लगा दे लेट्स बाय 1000 का अब सी हियर इतना क्लियर सामने सब कुछ था बट नहीं ले पाया इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग कैंडल है सब everything was meeting and everything was happening in front of eyes but this was not meeting the RR risk reward somewhere around there इसका stop loss होता यहाँ में शॉर्ट करता आप 600 रुपए 700 रुपए के जहां आप शॉर्ट कर रहे हो 640 पे यू कैन नॉट पुट 100 रुपीज स्टॉप लॉस इन दैट इक्विटीज को तो पहली बार शॉर्ट कर ही नहीं सकते शॉर्ट साइड तो आप ले ही नहीं सकते if you are doing with equities if you are doing with equities you have to go long if you are doing futures and options then you can enjoy the short side trades and for that you have to define कि मेरा loss per trade is 4,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees guys trust me it is not big ये लगता है हमें डर लगता है कि 4-5 हजार चले जाएंगे लेकिन आप में से many of you must have lost much more than that in option buying index option I can give a bet on this right I'm not saying all but many would have lost a lot in this option buying index thing but you make a rule I won't lose more than 4,000, 5,000 in my option trade and when you are creating a trade you will not easily gonna see 4,000, 5,000 on your screen. Yeah? These levels are so nice. They will come to your first target and you can trail your losses. Right? Worst to worst scenarios, 10% would be कि after giving your entry, they will immediately hit your stop loss of 4,000, 5,000. This would be 10% probability, right? Let's take a 20% probability. But in many chances, they will give you target till first point, first target. And in options or futures, you can easily trail your losses, right? Stop losses, you can trail them. 4,000 ko you bring it down to 2,000 even if you are trailing with one loss. The moment they go to second point, you can do the trailing with one lot also, right? In options, you can make your trade risk free. You will not lose anything. What you will lose is only profits, right? If you are trailing profit. But yes, if what is in your mind is that I have to take 1:1 and out. So if you are risking 4,000 in one day only, if it is giving 4,000, exit from this position of future options, right? But in equity, you have to respect this stop loss. I am not saying to respect this stop loss in futures and options. That will definitely do a damage if the stock goes sideways, unless you are a strategy player, which Fetzer can help every one of us. So we know that this is our range. You have a capital in your account, let's say 1 lakh, 2 lakh, whatever, you can deploy in it. But for these strategies, you need a bit amount, right? At least a 1 to 2 lakh for deploying any strategy in stock. So you know the range, बॉस मेरा स्टॉक यहाँ से लेके ऊपर चला जाएगा, अच्छी बात है, लेकिन इससे नीचे तो ये जा ही नहीं सकता. You can deploy the, and this I can give you in writing. If you are entering here, can come to this or maximum this. Yes, it can like this. It cannot, you just do back testing as many years you want. It will not immediately cannot do something like this, right? It has to respect these two lines, either this or this. So you have a range with you. If you are good in creating of strategies, you can do that. If you are a directional player, you follow me. For strategies, I will ask Faiz sir to take a session. Faiz sir, you can take it someday or not. Let's give someone, I mean, everyone a sense of understanding on this also.
It's, I can discuss in group, but teaching is not my part, sir.
Hey,
So
I am also not
I
a
can
teacher,
help in
yaar. I am
that.
sharing what I do. I am not a teacher, yaar. I am sharing
Yeah,
what I do. I'm not a teacher by profession.
yeah, I will surely share my knowledge on this, sir. I have
हाँ,
some knowledge
बस
on this. I
yes.
will surely share.
So if you are a directional player, follow what I am saying. You have a entry thing, what I just said. This is let's move it here. How we want to enter in candles like this and in candles like this. I mean, not necessarily so down, but it can be. I want a good candle, right? With the minimum big downside and the minimum big upside for upside trades and for the downside. So that's what we want to target. Now, one more thing can appear like this. From your entry point, the candle itself closes so down, straightforward, stock is out of my list. I am not gonna trade it here, I'm not gonna trade it here. I will wait for it to come back here. I will see reaction, whether this might. So these lines is something, boss, you need to read price and watch reaction. If it comes back here, you have to spend time 30 minutes again, see the reaction, something again like this is forming, go ahead and short it for these lines. It's all about how you read these candles are. So these points will act as a reactionary points, right? These points. And you have to take actions here, be it intraday or be it intraday. You cannot say क्या करे, क्या करे, क्या करे. Here. Here actions are necessary. Until unless you take action, you will not earn. Take action in equity in lending. That's what I said on my first class. Start with only this quantity. It cannot damage your account. Think this profession for this term, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now. Don't think that I want to buy one future today, an option here, and I want to make 25,000 out of this trade as my first trade. That is purely a very wrong approach. Let me tell you why. The moment, let's say this, I'll give you so many examples that will blow your mind. I mean, not blow your mind, but will. These are very nice or very relatable things. Which is So what happened with Polycab? Polycab has already given one trade. Now see this. What happened in Polycab that day? A very decent candle on 30 minutes. We enter here. I don't want to lose more than 3-4 thousand in my trade. It within a day or two, it gave us all the targets to book our profits, right? This is just an example, but again, now see something like this happened, but this is end of the right? It happened here, and it can take your losses too. Right? I mean, I initiated my entry. Suppose here, this red line is my entry, and within same day, the prices are coming back above my line, and next day in the morning, it is hitting my stop. That's fine. I should exit. I will not wait prices to come here. So there might be stop loss somewhere here. The prices again went to hit these stop losses, see, and now again there's with this. These are operators techniques. Now, and what if I would have done कि यहाँ पे यार यहाँ पे तो बड़ा मजा आ गया था इसने इतना बड़ा पैसा दे दिया था I only bought one lot here. Let's do one thing. It is giving entry again. Let's buy lots this time. है ना इसको तो यहाँ तक जाने जाना है 5 लॉट ले लेते बॉस नेक्स्ट है आपका अकाउंट 50% डैमेज हो जाएगा if you do such risk management in directional option buying or directional option I mean future buying all those things. So don't think you have to gain in points. It gave here on 13th August, it gave you first time. So if you would have risked 3-4 thousand in this trade of Polycab on let's say on 14th on 13th August, right? When you see this candle closure, it would have given you almost to one easily trade, right? 3-4 thousand rupees इसमें आराम से मिल जाएगा. अगर आप उतना रिस्क कर रहे हो पर लॉट if you're trading, I do not risk more 4,000 per lot in any trade if I'm doing a swing. I am very much clear in this. I have told you with very open statements that I don't do reversals, swings. Intraday mein I can look, but I don't trace reversal trades like this with this because I am not comfortable. You can do that. You know the range. You can play this range for long. You can make good money using strategy, right? Strategies and all what Fads have just shared, or you can learn good strategy using varsity or so materials required and available to learn this strategy. Right? I'm not gonna do that because that is not my expertise. Right? But I know my risk, so I can utilize 3,000 if I'm risking. Boss is giving me 3,000 on my one lot. I will trail it and make a business. So always, if you notice, I mean, those who are started on Sunday, what my motive is always to make my trade loss free. I always try to lock my gains and make my trade loss free. उसके बाद जो राइड है वो राइड हम बाद में करते हैं डीसी but my motive is always to make my trade loss right so and let's see this recent example so it has given an entry now recently right this is what Jubilant is something this is upside it has given an entry this is downside. So Jubilee has on 12th August, it has given entry. It was not on my radar in my list, so that's why I did not bother about it. One of you came to me and asked me what indicate in such cases what shall we do to see what we can do. If you are an equity player, you should have entered there. This is a very valid candle which we just discussed, right? On 30 minutes, is a very good candle to end. Do we all agree on this or not? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Others, silent souls, please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes,
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 sir.
yes. All right. So we could have easily entered here in this using equities, right? So whatever is the stop loss, we need to see a 5 odd percent stop loss, right? So now, as per the target, I don't have levels of juggling, but you should calculate after the class, right? After this session, not class with the session. So if suppose if we stop loss in juggling, so who did juggling? Abhishek, I think you did. Can you please tell us what is the stop loss? Abhishek, you did or someone else did? I don't remember the name.
Sir.
I can't hear you if you are speaking. Abhishek, are you saying something?
Yes, sir. So इसमें stop loss 6456 का है.
645.
अच्छा सर, कुछ 2 सेकंड, डॉक्टर रेड्डी का बता दिया मैंने ये.
Juggling.
जी सर.
Do you have it with you?
Yes, sir.
Please tell.
598.
59.
Yes, sir.
So this is the stop loss, almost 6 odd percent, right? Actually, if this candle has closed above, it could have been reduced to 5%. अगर हमें entry या, but we are taking entry here, which is fine, right? Now, I need to wait to get at least 1:3 out of 1:1 out of this trade to make my trade loss free. I am not going to book my position here. If I am in equity, boss, I am repeating this. Let's say this is my target one or target two, whatever it is. But I'm not gonna book my position here. I want to ride. What I will do, I will bring this stop loss here and I will bring half quantity stop loss. So my trade is risk free and I'm going to earn something out of it. I'm not going to lose anything. Right? If it goes more up, I will simply play like this. Right? In equity, you have this advantage, but we don't utilize it. We have to do that. Balakrishna Industries, I wrote it like this only in name. I shared it with people. I don't know they are here or not. Balakrishna Industries in Marico is something. They were the wonderful trade of my life, which I did in right Marico in Balakrishna. And I think I shared with you only. I'm not sure, but I shared happening
Yes, sir,
before
Balakrishna, you have shared before.
Balakrishna and Marico both.
Balakrishna, yeah.
Marico also I shared with this. So this is how you can trade, right? MTF, using MTF, you can do these numbers. I mean, these trades can keep increasing. In FNO, let's say we are in FNO. This is created. You could have initiated your position here and target. If you are asking 3,000-4,000 rupees in this trade, target at least to make 3,000-4,000 rupees and bring it on so that you don't lose. Trade it, right? For 3,000-4,000, 5,000, 6,000 tickets. Keep trading it, keep trading it, keep trading it, as it is. Now, the next point is, let's say if the stock is coming back here and you are sitting in equity, what you should do? Boss, you need to see, as I said in the beginning, these are point of actions. Right? You have to figure out what prices are doing. If prices are making this pattern, add your quantity. You will be able to see this. What you can do this. This method might help you use Fibonacci, right? Use Fibonacci. This is something 50% level. Prices will come here and they might take jump. In Fibonacci, you can note it down And why I have taken it from here? Because see, the rally started from here. That is my reason of taking it. In Fibonacci, remember, people say 0.618 is a golden zone, but it is not. You can write it somewhere, retest it. This is the golden zone. Nobody will tell you. Nobody would have said it on YouTube. Nobody would have told you in any text. 0.786 लेवल की जो accuracy होती है वो किसी भी लेवल की नहीं है. Prices are bound to come and jump from here. If you are doing short trade, prices are bound to go and come down. Right? This is the most accurate level in Fibonacci trading if you use Fibonacci. So you can use Fibonacci also to re-enter in these trades. But yes, if you don't know that, don't be confused. What I have just said, if you don't know Fibonacci, just simply with naked eyes, don't do anything. Naked eyes, observe what price is doing on your line. Nothing else. This is not tough, but people feel scared of this, of doing naked eyes. This is the most easiest way to see what prices are doing when they are coming to my feed. Because see, I have given you a one, right? And you just need to know when to shoot it. Simple. आपके पास एक level है, just watch it. Do nothing, just watch it. What prices are coming and going. If they are staying above it, you will get to know if you read prices. What they will do if they are coming down, they will do this. They will come, they will do this. They will come, they will do this. Means what? This is my support. And you have to buy it again in equity, add quantities again. If it is doing like this. If they are coming down, doing this, doing this, doing this. समझ जाओ कि this was a fake out and prices are not ready now to go above it. If you don't follow system, don't wait for this stop loss. It will come. When they will again start trading above it, figure out any high line. The moment it goes, enter. This naked eye reading trading is very effective than any indicator or anything. Does it make sense to all or to none or to some? Please come up with the questions now on this entry method which I explained for this monthly level selection trading. You have, before I take questions, as I said, you have Divis Lab with you now to watch it. Why it is doing this? Yaar? Abhi see, why it is doing like this? ये तो कहीं पे भी it can do and this thing anywhere. Now why it is doing here on my level? There is some importance, right? There is some powerful thing on this number, right? Which we have figured out with our method. Why it came and doing this jumping? So if it is going like this, if comes here, doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, which is clear that what this is a support, prices are not ready to go down. If I'm a reversal player in intraday, the moment it breaks, why should I go take a long trade? Intraday I can do, but swing me, I don't do that. You can do it. You can create a strategy till here you zone goals. That prices will do jumping jack and circus. If this hitting a land again in 10 minutes, you guys should join that after the times, right? You know the zones, you can play it. So this is what happened in Davis and see it is doing the circus here on our lane. Now you need to see with naked eyes. Do not do anything. No Fibonacci, no rewrap, nothing rewrap. Just see what it is going to do tomorrow. Whether it is closing below with some good red candle and initiate a trade. Equity players cannot. Option future players can do that. Those who have comfort in doing do that. Those who have faced severe losses don't attempt it as of now. Start only with equity long trades in this method. That will continue. Don't attempt futures and options as of now, right? However, if I see any opportunity to trade in futures options with limited loss, if you can afford that 4,000, 5,000 rupees loss, if I create any spread and share, you can do that. But you need to be so strong. The moment 4,000 appears on your screen, you should be clicking on your exit button without any hope of recovering that 4,000 loss. So your mental state should be that as simple as that. Only then attempt it, otherwise no need to touch the short side trades or anything. Right? So this is last, and Glenmark is on radar. Glenmark is almost there. Has taken one rejection intraday trade. It has done. I think IND Hotel is. I don't know. Not much as far. India Cement is there, which is definitely going to give a good trade in coming days. Tata Motors, TVS Motor approached that point, but yesterday got some rejection, but it should go up in IDs. Godrej CP, right? It gave an end yesterday, and it was not on my radar. But yesterday, when I was, uh, trying to find out more stocks, so I saw that it has given an entry on Thursday, on Wednesday yesterday. So this is a downside entry. Now people just watch it, right? No need to enter in it. It has gained entry. Just see whether it gives this first target, second target, third target. Just observe, right? I will try to take entry. It already has given entry here. Right? See, it is a good candle. There is not much. Let's see the body is very wick is very small, right? In this case. So it has already given an entry. It again, you can see the powerful thing on this. It gave a breakdown, came to retest whether there are sellers there or not. Sellers are again pushing the price up and it will go away. Right? So you need to observe these 2, 3 trades which are also on my radar. You saying something? Sorry. So now please questions on this. I have explained the entry part. These 2 candles you should be remembering before entering this trade, or you can do this also, right? Let me show you this. Another way of trading is this. Goes as CP. What you can do is, if prices are giving a breakdown here, you can short a future and buy a call option, right? Always buy a ATM call option. Suppose this 9:15 this 13-minute candle poses. The price was 1375. Let us see what could have happened. Let's bring 3 screens so that I'll show you a proper Godrej CP August future and see this option chain as well. What was the nearest? 1380 would have been the nearest call option at that time. So Godrej CP 1380 was the call option. So now at 9:15, I will always look a spot to take trades, right? To initiate my trades. This is 1373, and this was. I'm just checking the closing price of 9:15 candle. As I said, this candle was the entry point, right? So this is 1373, and this is right. So let's do it in this way. I will buy always first leg should be buy 1380 का call option I will buy at 25 rupees. Right. So Put it something like this. 25.25 rupees got a call option, and I will sell its futures against it, and that was for 1373 rupees. Right? So this was my position if I would created in the morning of, I'm sorry, what is this? If I created my position here, right, in the morning of Wednesday, currently it is showing me a loss of 775, right? Whereas what are my targets? My target is 1344. Let's see how much will I get if price reaches 1344. Tomorrow prices reaches 1344. I'm gonna get 7,924. Right? This blue line is something current day's profit attention. Right? This blue, the above this blue line is gonna show you current day's profit. Okay, so 1344 would be my profit if prices come to this point tomorrow, right? But if it starts going, let's say I have a 5,000 rupees limit, I can use in this trade. See this. When I will get that 5,000 limited, when prices will touch 1393. Yes, 1391. So if prices touch 1391, this point, I am entering here. My stop loss is not as per the Excel file in my futures and options trade. My stop loss is this 1393 because it will touch my limit of 5,000 per trade. I will simply exit from that. But the moment it starts giving me 5,000 rupees, let's say here at 1350, at 1350, it would have done it, right? At one point of time, it must have shown that amount is and went till 1357 maybe. But I will start trading it. And you never know in trading it can hit your stop loss. So you will not lose anything. If you shave the 5,000, you will not lose, right? Or if you are trading multiple trades, keep one trade at your stop loss, move one here, and then the moment the day starts going down, you can. But this is the way going futures also. What you have to do in futures, you have to buy and call option and sell your futures. If you are shorting the stock, if you are buying a stock, you have to buy futures. Before that, buy a put option. First, buy an ATM put option and buy then futures option. Right? Is this clear? So that is what I do in these trades with my risk already defined per trade. Meeting is going to end again. You need to join back once again. Okay, then I'll take all the doubts and then we will move to the intraday stock selection.